Melancon trade opens up closer's spot in Pittsburgh. There's no doubt Mark Melancon will continue to close after he was acquired by the Washington Nationals on Saturday. The big question is who will take his place in Pittsburgh. Before we try to come up with an answer, let's look at the way the Nationals' bullpen stacks up with the three-time All-Star taking over closing duties from a fading Jonathan Papelbon. In Washington over the past 2 weeks, Papelbon has posted a 12.60 ERA with a win, 2 losses, and 1 save. The Nats clearly had to make a move and they opted for a fairly inexpensive solution in the 31-year-old Melancon, who's been lights out the past 4 seasons with the Pirates. Over that span, he's pitched to a 1.80 ERA and racked up 130 saves, including 151 and 30 this season. Only Craig Kimbrel, 153, and Kenley Jansen, 139, have more saves since 2103. The Nats can now keep Shawn Kelley, 305 ERA, 14.1K/9, in the setup role with Sammy Solis, 223, 10.3, and Blake Treinen, 201, 83, available to bridge the gap. Papelbon's role is now a mystery, but he'll likely see work in low-leverage situations until he proves he can be trusted. The trade is probably a blessing in disguise for Papelbon owners, who don't have to cringe every time he comes into a game. In fact, Papelbon is now imminently droppable in all but the deepest NL-only leagues. In Pittsburgh, Melancon has been a stalwart in the Pirates' pen, taking over as closer in 2014 and leading the majors with 51 saves last year. He was 30 for 33 in save chances this season. Left-hander Tony Watson and right-hander Neftali Feliz have served as the primary setup men. Both have 23 holds. Feliz has a 1-0 edge in saves. With Melancon no longer around, manager Clint Hurdle could choose to be flexible in how he uses Watson and Feliz. Their numbers are similar. Watson has a 2.66 ERA and 1.02 WHIP in 44 innings. Feliz has a 2.97 ERA and 0.97 WHIP in 39 1/3 innings. Feliz, 28, has a slightly better strikeout rate, 10.3K/9 vs. 8.0K/9. However, the 31-year-old Watson is more durable, has a more consistent track record and can get right-handed batters out just as easily as he can lefties. The only knock against Watson is that he's a southpaw, but Aroldis Chapman, Zack, Britton, and Andrew Miller have demonstrated that closers don't have to throw with their right hand to be dominant.